What's up, everybody? It's your boy Fox McFly, the guy that is beach bound. 3 days I will be at the beach. I am so excited. I have not taken any sick time, vacation time, or anything this year. I've been working 7 months, no vacation, just like the days that I have off, and that's it. So I am very excited to be at the beach this weekend, just for a couple of days. But man, you know, you take what you can get. But hey, welcome back. It is a new week. It is Music Monday. Whenever I do Monday videos, it is about music. I'll pick some band that you've probably never heard of. I'll link them in the description. Check them out. We're going to talk about them. The one today I'm very excited about. So anyways, new week. So we're going to kind of continue what we were doing last week with the more short form content. So we're going to carry it over this week because I'm going to be gone Thursday. So I'm sorry, no update video this week. I know you guys love them so much, but no update video this week. But because I'll be gone Thursday, I'm going to be doing 3 videos, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then I'm just taking some time off. I'm getting the fuck out of here, dude. I'm going to take a little bit of time off and then we'll hit it back. But I just kind of want to see how it hits the algorithm. Last week, the shorter form content did a lot better. So now I'm just kind of trying to improve what is easier and more beneficial for what you guys like to see. So if there's anything that you guys like to see, please comment, leave it in the just let me know what you guys would like to see, because I would like to, you know. So today we're going to be doing Harlow. I did go ahead and put together a build. Thank you to the really cool people over at TikTok. I think there's a couple of you guys that were telling me about the how crit Harlow so nutty, which I did know, but they were talking about how the new class mod is just absolutely insane. So that'll be something that we'll have to farm for in the future, and we'll still kind of tweak the build. This build is still a work in progress. If you check out my Mobalytics page, it's not up to date, so I do have to update that. I haven't updated it since the level 50 was the cap, so we'll update it. But the build that I have now is really strong. We'll go over it briefly, but yeah, let's get into Music Monday, dude. Let's get into it. I went ahead, we're gonna do the Circle of Slaughter. I figured that's probably just for what we're gonna do today. It's just the easiest thing to do. So let's go ahead, we'll accept the mission. And so I'm not going to respec or do my specializations because I already did it. I did it before I hit record. I just I figured. Anyways, so I went ahead and did it ahead of time just to save a little bit of time. I tweaked it a little bit, not too much, but I'll show you what I got so far. So we'll go over the gear first. So I am going to be on the lookout for that new class mod that you guys over on TikTok were telling me about. I haven't heard of it. I haven't seen it. I've seen nothing online about it. I'm sure there's stuff online. I'm just not looking hard enough, but I want to try it. So for now, we're just going to be doing the Skeptic. I love the Skeptic class mod. I think because it gives you all those points into the blue tree, you don't really have to spec into it. There are good points, though, in the blue tree in the first, like the top part. So when we get more points available, I'll be going into that. So just the Skeptic, mini triple bypass, just more healing faster. We're not spec'd into now with caffeine with this because with the points that I have, you can get your action skill up like that. It's nothing. The crit knife, I just like the crit knife. I haven't found another grenade that I like. I tried the legendary one that it stacks the elemental thing. I didn't care for it, but I gotta try it with Harlow. I was doing it with my cash. Shield, I just got the Guardian Angel, so we'll give this a shot. If not, we're gonna do fireworks, and then of course a Watts. So the weapons that we're going to be running, I'm going to take this Shalashaka off because I was trying it. It wasn't really doing what I wanted it to do. Do I want the we'll try the laser cutter. So we're going to be doing a laser cutter, Lucian's flank, a Wombo combo, and the sparkle. So this is my skill tree. So me being a Zarya main, I am keeping track of time. Me being a Zarya main, I love Chroma Accelerator because it's just like grab. So I played a lot of Zarya in Overwatch. There was in Overwatch 1, sorry, digression. In Overwatch 1, my win rate in comp with Zarya was 74%. I stayed up for like 48 hours just grinding comp that weekend. It was crazy. But yeah, so just me being a big Zarya head, love Chroma Accelerator, but I know that Flux is the best one out of the 3. So, but this is just go over it real quick. So we got 5 out of 5 into Cyclotron, 2 out of 5 into Bleeding Edge just for a little bit more reload speed, and we got 5 out of 5 into Elementary. I played 5 out of 5 into Poison Sun. We got 2 out of 3 into Fissile Launcher and 3 out of 3 into Chain Reactor. So the augments that I'm rolling with this is Neutron Capture and Demon Core. So I put a little bit of points. I'll get back to that because that's just what I had left over. So in the green tree, I got 5 out of 5 into Action at a Distance. I got 5 out of 5 into Neutron Decay. Got 5 out of 5 into Harlow's Certainty Principle. Got 5 out of 5 into Critical Funding and 5 out of 5 into Meltdown. And then I did put 2 out of 5 into Momentum. I think I just to get down the tree a little bit, but we do get a little bit more crit damage. So pretty nice. And then just with the remainder points that I had, I think I had like 4, yeah, definitely 4 points. I don't know. So the 4 points that I had, I was looking at what I could fill out in the trees, but dude, did I swap these? I think this is supposed to B3 in it. I don't know. It works. But I was looking through and I was like, there's nothing really I wanted to put it into. So I did give us a little bit more action skill cooldown rate, which came in clutch. I didn't put these points the first time I ran it. And then the second time when I did, perfect. 2 out of 5 into Make Extraordinary. So we just, you know, the crit hit chance with all skills. So I just had a little bit of points. Honestly, I probably should have just put 4 out of 5 into Pulse Drive, or at least a little bit of healing, because there is no healing. And then my specializations, here we go. We're just rocking the best defense, riddle you this, contamination, and compounding afflictions. These are how many points I have and where they are. I'm not going to go through them because time. Let's go ahead. Let's do the vault card real quick. I want to activate this new one just so we can start getting some points. So we'll just run into it. Most of the time I will be rocking the sparkle, but let's go ahead. Let's try out this. What is it called? I don't know the new weapons yet. I'm sorry. And I know this isn't new. The laser cutter. Okay, cool. Did I accepted it right? Yeah, cool. But yeah, Beachbound. Super excited. I just knocked everything with my hand. I forgot to get ammo too. Yeah, super excited for Beachbound. Jesus. Super excited for Beachbound. Super excited to be Beachbound. But let me just go over the gameplay. That's actually kind of more important. So you'll see when we use our triple bypass, we're not really getting our action skill back because we didn't put points into... We didn't put points into Now with Caffeine, or we didn't pick up Now with Caffeine. So we're solely relying on the Skeptic to apply those dots or that status effect so we can keep getting our neutron capture up. And the whole point is just to keep that up as much as we can, because if we keep that up, we get just more damage. So yeah, I am rocking the Guardian Angel right now. I may have to go back to my fireworks, or I may have to run the Watts. I haven't run this shield on Harlow before, so I'm interested to see the damage difference. And then even for the it's not even matching enhancement, so let's go ahead. We'll put on, not Hyperion, where'd my Maliwan? So we'll put on Maliwan, and then I'll show you the Jacobs, and the damage just is actually insane. But this isn't a build video, this is a yap video. So the band that I wanted to talk about is kind of an older band. It's actually, I would even consider them at this point, I would consider them a local, like a local Georgia band. Because I have seen them live, but it was probably about 10 years ago, and it was a house show. But the name of the band is Native Sons. Okay, so editing Foxy here. I totally forgot to say the name of the album. It is called Afterloss. Totally forgot to just say it because I guess it doesn't technically exist. But yeah, the name of it is actually called Afterloss. Also, I did accidentally just have like a bottle of barbecue sauce just explode all over the place downstairs. And didn't need to know that, just thought it was a fun fact. So yeah. And they have one EP that's available, at least on Apple Music. And the EP is phenomenal. They've gone through 3 different vocalists. To me personally, my favorite vocalist is going to be the very first one. His voice is just so freaking unique. And then the next 2 vocalists that they have, I would say they almost sound too much like Anthony Green. And that's not a bad thing. They have good voices, but when you're trying to do your own thing, I think if you have a vocalist that sounds too much like another one, it kind of, like, everyone's always going to, like, everybody will always compare you to that band. So if you sound like Anthony Green from Circa Survive, you're just going to be like, oh yeah, it's the band whose vocalist sounds like Circa. Like, you're not going to get, in my opinion, I don't think you'll get as much recognition. Like, if you look at, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the band Secret and Whisper, but he had like very like an Anthony, what's that dude's name from Seosin, the guy that replaced Anthony, but he has a very much like that kind of voice where he can hop back and forth, and a phenomenal voice. Secret and Whisper, if you haven't checked them out, I highly recommend. They're kind of heavy. They're not really that heavy. They fall into that like alt metal kind of deal. Dude, you better. But Secret and Whisper is another good one, but that's not who we're talking about today. So in my opinion, with this band, Native Sons, while they only have 1 release on Apple Music, I don't know what it is on Spotify, so I'm just going to group them together. If they do have the first album on Spotify, let me know and correct me, because I will actually sign up for Spotify just for that album. But they have 1 EP on Apple Music. EP is phenomenal. I think it's called Relapse Release or Release Relapse. Very good EP. It'll, if you like Circa, but like just walls of sound, I would highly recommend checking it out. But the album that I'm talking about, right now, it's only available on YouTube. So they got signed. They were a local band here in Atlanta. I'm pretty sure they only lived like maybe 30 minutes from me. But they were supposed to be like the next like Of Machines. And I forget, I think it was one of the guitar players from Of Machines, or is it the keyboardist? One of the dudes from Of Machines is actually in Native Sons, which is awesome. Anyways, so they got signed. They played like a house show. Where was I going, dude? But dude, I wish I could regain my train of thought there. But anyways, yeah, so their very first vocalist is my favorite because I think he is the most unique. I don't know what happened. I don't know why he left or whatever, but they created a full-length album, but they never released it. I guess they got into a fight or something with their label, or maybe they just abandoned or something. I'll have to look that part up. I'm not too familiar. I've heard different things. I remember at the house show I asked them about it, and it was just so long ago I can't remember. Really nice dudes too, by the way, just to play like my friend's living room. I think Microwave played too, which was actually crazy. He's also had like quite a bit of other bands play. I don't know if you guys have heard of Being as an Ocean, but me and my buddies, we ran into Being as an Ocean at a Silent Planet show, and we were like, hey man, how would you feel if you did a house show while you're here recording your album? And he was like, let me get with my label, I'll get your number, and then based off of what they say, you know, we'll hear it out. We have to kind of play by their rules. And so I think it was like an hour later, we were still at the show, and he comes back up to us, and he was like, the label said no. So I told him to fuck off, and we're going to do it anyway. So we got to hang out with Being as an Ocean. We picked him up from Glow in the Dark, and really nice dudes. I love those dudes. The next time that they came to Atlanta, they actually dedicated songs to us, and was like, man, we loved meeting our new friends. We watched like, I know this is like humble bragging, but it was just such a cool experience to, you know, you meet one of your favorite bands just by accident, and they end up being like the sweetest dudes, and they want to hang out and watch movies and eat and stuff. It was a cool experience. No idea what the fuck they're doing now, but that being said, my friend would have house shows all the time. Like Being as an Ocean was one with Microwave, and then like Native Sons, he was having people all these kinds of bands. He would just reach out to them, and because we had Being as an Ocean play one house show, it made other bands want to come through, and it was going good until we started getting noise complaints and the cops got called on us, and we were just like, all right, maybe you can't have like not 300, like probably like 150 people in like a small house like moshing to a house show. Like, people are already gonna be happy, but you know, when you're young and dumb, that shit's cool as hell. Anyways, back to Native Sons. So they have their first full-length album that was never released. In my opinion, is one of the best albums ever created, like ever. Like they have a song called The Good Thief, which that'll be the song I'll link in the description. It's probably my favorite song of all time. Like, that thing is on repeat. It's so good. It's so unique. I don't know how to describe his voice. So if you do listen to it, I'm not going to play clips because I got hit pretty hard with the copyright the last Music Monday. That was kind of funny. I kind of expected it, and it got banned in like 2 countries. I think it was like Russia, and I forget the other country, but it got banned. So I'm not going to play clips because I don't know how they're viewing copyrighted music, because technically it never came out, but I don't want to play it and then be like, well, but yeah, I'll link The Good Thief in there. So their vocalist is just, he's so unique, so fucking insane. He sounds like somebody, but the thing is, like, I can't put my finger on it, so I have no comparison. It's not like with their, if you listen to their EP that was actually released, that's like on Apple Music and Spotify, 2 very different vocalists. He just sounds too much like Anthony Green. I love his voice, but it's just like, I find myself, if I listen to that EP, I'm just gonna go listen to Circa. Because it's a good EP, but it's just like, I can just listen to Circa and I have more than 15 minutes of music. I can go through Circa's entire discography and not, well, up until their last album, you could go through their discography and never be disappointed. But he just, the newest guy reminds me too much of it. And then their second guy, his name is Drew. He was actually the one that I got to talk to for a little bit at the house show. And he sounds a lot like Anthony too, but I think he was a better pick than the new guy. And he has some demos. I think his demos are out on Bandcamp or SoundCloud, and his voice is, it's a lot like Anthony's, but it's different. Like the way that they, like it doesn't sound like a Circa like knockoff band. It's really good. It's really good. I'll see if I can find him and I'll post the links to that too. But just all around, just stacked band, man. Like everybody in that band is so talented, and they are loud as shit. Okay, I know they played at a house show. There's like 4 of them. There's like 4 dudes in that band. I couldn't hear for like 3 days. No regrets. It was so good. But it's one of those things, because I think Rise was backing them, Rise Records, so they had the potential to be this huge band, like the next, like, Of Machines. Like, they still have, they're not like a 1-for-1 Of Machines, but they still have like that vibe, or like that, I don't want to say woe is me, but they have that, like, that vibe where they're not heavy, but they're sonically heavy. Like, it's a wall of sound. Alright, sorry, I had to lock in real quick. But that's what makes them so cool. And if you guys saw the last Music Monday, you'll know I'm a real big fan of bands that just make walls of sound. Like Title Fight's last album, Hyperview. Holy shit. It's probably one of the best Title Fight albums. I hated it when it first came out. But then as time went on, I saw them a few times. And after seeing it live, when they played all the songs from Hyperview live, it was just so good. I've seen Title Fight more times than I've seen Title Fight enough that everybody would be jealous that just got into like this alt scene, or is like seeing all the I Miss Title Fight stuff. You missed a lot. You I hate to say it, dude, but it sucks to suck if you never saw Title Fight live. I think I've seen him like 3 or 4 times, and holy shit, dude. I would see him again in a heartbeat. Solid live. I've even seen, I got to see Glitterer, which if you guys don't know, the bass player and one of the vocalists from Title Fight has a new band called Glitterer. And if you want that Title Fight itch, yeah, it's there. I saw them live. Whatever talent they have going in that band is actually insane. How far in are we? We're 18 minutes in. Okay, so that beats the 15 minutes. So, anyways, I will link the... Well, this kind of works out because I'm about to die. But I will link the playlist in the description. So if you guys want to check out Native Sons, which I highly recommend you check them out. Let me know what you think, too. If you're into that, like, alt, like, a wave space sound. Yeah, check them out. Let me know what you think. Just be like, man, they suck, or hey, I actually really like them. But let me know, because they're just so good, man. They're like, they could have blown up. Like, they had the Rise Records and everything behind them. I don't know what happened. I'll have to do some more research. But, big but. So once a year, or maybe like once or twice a year, or once in a while, I'll go on to The Good Thief on YouTube, their song, and I'll post like still listening in 2023, still listening in 2024, still listening in 2025. I haven't posted it. Did I put? I think I did post it this year already. But good news, and then we'll call it because we're at about 20 minutes. They messaged me back earlier this year and said, "Don't worry, the boys are all in one room again." So, I don't know what that means. Well, I know what it means. Like, maybe they're finally working on some new music, but I don't know if that means which vocalist is in the room. Is that going to be the most recent? Or is that going to be the original guy? Because if it's the original guy... Holy shit. Sorry, I'm cussing a lot, but this band is fucking... It's insane. They're so good, dude. I'm just glazing them too much. There's very few bands that I actually will hype. Oh Brother is one of them, and then Native Sons will always be one of them. They're one of those bands that once I start listening to them, like I'll listen to them for 3 months straight, and that's all I'll listen to. So, but yeah, so apparently the boys are back in the room together again, and they're hinting at working on some music. I think this was at the beginning of the year, and I haven't heard anything yet. I keep checking back every few months, but hopefully they'll put out some new music. I feel like if they were to put out some new music now, especially with like TikTok and the alt community and like the metal community that's like TikTok and YouTube or whatever, like I feel like they have a space for it now, and I feel like if they were to put out music, it's going to be really well received. So I'm hoping that's what they do. I'm keeping my fingers and toes crossed. But yeah, it's going to be sick. I'll link them in the description. I think I'm going to bleed out here just to save time. So, okay, so we got to round 2. So that's pretty good. So that's my 20 minutes. I'll try and edit a little bit. But yeah, that's 15 minutes. That is Music Monday. That is it. Oh, quick thing before we go. So I'm going to the beach, right? So I'm a big cologne guy. So I'm trying to pick out, I've got 3 colognes that I've picked out that I want to bring. I don't know if 3 is too many or if I should just stick with 1 or 2. I did buy 1 just for the beach, but then I'm like, man, what if we, like, the bros go out, we go to like a bar at night or something, you gotta smell it. So I picked 2 out. So let me know if these are a good pick for the beach. For the daytime, everyday wear, I got Ocean Eyes by Bujarami. It's a dupe of California Dreams by LV. I'm not paying that much money for LV, man. I will happily pay the money for Bujarami. Bujarami makes phenomenal. I have his Hectic. Hectic is insane. So I bought that one for the day, and then for the nighttime, it's like Nitro Elixir, which is supposed to be like a YSL, like myself dupe from, is it Dumont? I got that one, and then I got a Aromatic Bergamot from Dossier, which are both like YSL. I don't know if they're going to smell, well, I know that they smell good, but I don't know if 1 is too many, or if 2 is too many, or if I should just bring 1. But I like to smell good. I like to look good, except for right now. In the daytime, I look good. I don't look like a goblin, but let me know. What are your favorite colognes? Anyways, I think that's where I got to call it. I'm trying to rush through this. Yapped a lot, talked a lot. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll miss you on Thursday, but I love you sons of bitches. Have a good one. Good night.